All right, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to Professor Angel's Tarot. This is going to be your reading for July the 21st, 2024. I hope everybody is well. So today's title is Full Moon, which is today. Some of you on the other side of the world had it last night. And I am on the eastern coast in Atlanta, okay? So tonight is the full moon in Capricorn. For the people who do not know, I do Vedic sidereal, not Western astronomy or astrology. But I think Western also said that this is a full moon in Capricorn. I don't know. I just don't want you to get confused, okay? So anytime that I'm doing a certain reading, I will pull those cards and we will clarify them. So that's why I have the Capricorn and the moon here. In Vedic sidereal, again, what I practice on my channel, the sun is officially in Cancer. So that started July the 15th through August the 15th. And then for me, it will then move to Leo. Okay. All right. So I want to put a couple of these out. Let me give these just a little bit of a shuffle. I really wanted to do the masculine reading today. But I don't know. Maybe we can do that tomorrow, or I'm not quite sure. But that's what I wanted to do, but I felt like I needed to go ahead and do this Capricorn full moon reading. Okay. We got a little bit of showers today, again, in Atlanta. A little bit of lightning, but not too much. Hey, Miss Linda. I'm so glad you used this, that one. Um, okay. Miss Linda, type something else because I need to. Okay, there you go. Okay. I had to change something for you. All right. Third eye again in reverse. I made you a managing moderator, Miss Linda. I only have 3, but I made you one yesterday when you went up under your other name. So I did that yesterday. So I needed you to, I'm glad you came up under this name tonight. So I can put you as a managing moderator instead of a standard. Because I only made 3 managing moderators. Everybody else is just standard. We had the what you call it? The dowsing rods to come out the other day, right? Also in reverse. And that also had the seeker on it. And so we have it again. Hey Reese, I'm glad you're here too, Reese. Reese, type something else again for me. Because I tried to do this yesterday on my laptop, but it wouldn't let me do it. Okay. Okay. So now we have the third eye. And the other person, I'll have to wait till whenever they chime in. Uh, because I can't do it on my laptop for them, so I can change their moderator status. Third eye in reverse, not seeking. Okay. Some of you that may be looking for employment here, because remember Capricorn is 10th house of your job, career, a sense of status. Um, we do have to sometimes remain as a certain status when it comes to work. It can be different levels in your job that maybe you're wanting or may need to apply for. But 10th house is straight job, career, right? Also, 6th house of Virgo. And then the moon, besides being a line of credit, like a card, um, the moon is the feelings and emotions. Also, mother. So, some of you may be needing to find new employment or employment overall. This can be something that you maybe some of you are still looking for, and maybe you're just not finding something that really resonate or connects with you. Um, this for some of you, this can have happened recently. But I also see, with the moon card here, some of you are not seeking any outside activities or interaction, not only with nature, but also with people. Some of you right now are just really wanting to stay more into your Zen feeling or atmosphere. If you're not, this can be something that your third eye is seeking more of, a sense of peacefulness. And what is this? Clarity of belief. And this is a number one. So what is this? A pinnacle? Or I need to read the box. Clarity of belief. It's a number one. That's a new card for us because this still is a new deck. So we haven't seen all of the cards yet. So this is, I believe, the first time that this one has came out. Okay, keywords: define, communicate, beliefs, transformation, create potential. I'm sorry, great potential is around you to define who you really are at this time in your life and to determine what your beliefs are regarding love and commitment. Discard any outdated ideas about how relationships should function and what the proper roles should be. Decide on what you need and what you're willing to, sorry about that, y'all, and what you're willing to give. Different relationships will require different strategies for success. Now, it don't have to be a love relationship. Okay, remember that as an employee to employer, that is a business relationship. Some of you may have business partnerships. Partnerships can be with co-parenting and things like that. So everything don't have to be a lover or a marriage, right? Let me see if what the back page. When you have gained clarity, gently communicate this to other people with whom you're in a relationship. Explain how you would like to see the relationship change or grow, and exchange ideas on how you might alter your behavior to make this happen. Act upon your new insights. Okay, so in other words, some of y'all may be feeling or is very hesitant um, because of something as a belief, how it may seem already, or a belief that you may have based off past experiences in your life with other people, whether it's love, business, relationship with family, whatever the case may be. And so some of you may be not really wanting to seek clarity or to get clarity from the opposite situation and or person. Because, third eye, when it's unbalanced, you can be overthinking, or I don't want to say too intelligent over it, but you know how sometimes people are just so smart that the smartness is not needed, but more of just common sense. And some people just don't have common sense. they rely on information from books, okay? Where they're just book smart. They may not have no street smarts, no common sense, no type of real interaction with people. They just go by how they were taught through literature or through science or through some type of knowledge through information. Okay. Um, this also could be somebody else here that didn't elaborate. Let me use that word in their own, excuse me, in their own set of beliefs. They could have already pictured you a certain way or assumed that you were going to be like other people, and this is why they didn't seek out a further type of relationship or integration with you. um and this can be why for some of you that this person and or you is kind of very hesitant, is what I feel. Now, if this is regarding a career or job, um, I feel that some of you are really trying to find something that you would really love to do, to work at, to be a part of, and you're waiting on that sense of clarity, like a sense of information coming from an employer or during an interview or something like that, on how actually that you can, be a part as an employee to a company. Success and growth at the bottom. Eight of Wands in reverse. So, like I said, some of you can be actually waiting on information from somebody maybe you have applied for already, but you haven't heard back from them. Now, what I do want to say is when you do get clarity, okay, if it needs to change your belief, allow it to. Don't still stay stuck in a certain belief if where it also maybe can keep you stagnant. Okay, a lot of people don't like to change their belief about their self, about other people, about how they view other people. Second house of Taurus. So what's the point of getting clarity if it's not going to help promote growth and success? Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, that was quick. Six of Swords. Like I said, you haven't heard from a job yet that maybe some of you haven't applied for. If this is about love and relationships, you're not still talking to the person. Okay. If you are in contact with this person, which for some of you, you're not. Okay. So if you are in contact with somebody, this is not your reading. Okay. Because the Six of Swords is not talking. Yes, it's moving on. Um, but for me, you're not talking to this person. Now, I will say for some of you, if the person has reached out to you, maybe you didn't answer them. Maybe you didn't answer the phone call. If you did, you didn't really clarify your certain beliefs or how you feel about something. Um, you wasn't really seeking out to explain yourself or allow this other person to explain their self. So now it could be crickets again after a mini, interaction. But I really see that y'all are still not talking. Okay. You know, if it's getting to a point where you're just not really trying to seek this situation and or person out anymore, you may have already moved on in your feelings and emotions here. Really, more concentrating on yourself, um, to continue to do what you need to do when it comes to a sense of stability. I do see a lot of y'all may still feel or purposely keeping yourself isolated here. Okay. See, this is why the death card came out in a concerned position. That means not in the upright, not in reverse. Um, Something is still at a crossroads, or something is still pending here. Some of you may want to revisit this situation again. I don't see you going after it purposely. I don't see this person as of right now purposely seeking you out either. But like I said, some of you may have had some minor, mini interaction. Nothing was really discussed. It didn't really clarify anything for any of you. So you still left with stagnation, um, ghosting, not talking. Okay, a sense of keeping quiet. So, Scorpio energy here. Now, last night, the Four of Pentacles was in reverse also. Um, in the upright is holding back, being stubborn, holding on to something very greatly, um, standing your ground. You know, also in your finances, things are not over for you. You will be moving forward, but it's just kind of very stagnant or quiet. You really haven't had no progression. So this can be, like any times in our life, you're going to have fluctuation of finances. Money come in, it go out. For sometimes it may take a while to rebuild it up, you know, and then as the economy is right now, it don't take long to have to give it back out again. So, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you, you know, probably some of you also may have applied for some type of application for something that you haven't heard back because you're ready to transform or transition into a new beginning, such as moving on with your life into a yeah, I know that's right, Reese. Either moving for some of you, so you have to let go of one thing where you're living at and have the transformation transition into a new state, new city, around the corner, wherever that you're transitioning to. This also can be job. Okay. Um, so let's keep going. But I do see that a lot of you will is open right now to a transition to happen in your life because you know, even though your third eye is in reverse, um, you're really not trying to overthink things. Some of you are really just trying to allow things to go ahead and transition for you or transformation. Um, but, some of you also are running out of money. I see with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It also can be somebody not paying up their part of maybe helping you out with the bills like they're supposed to. hmm So this is why some of you may, really saying, "Hey, I can move on by myself. I don't know if I really want to end this, or should I keep this going? I've been using up a lot of my savings or money. I've been trying to hold on to this person, this situation, this job, but I really need something new." King of Swords. So, let's see what the next card is first. I do see that some of you where you may can get some type of appointment in. So I don't know if you had an appointment maybe for Social Security, um, some type of assistance, an application. I do see again as the King of Swords here, some type of interview for some of you, um, maybe, or get freed up, okay, so that you can get in there, get an interview, or even at least a call back with the King of Swords to the Four of Pentacles in reverse, um, and to talk about your skills or your history on your resume. Mhm. Because this is very much needed, right, with the death card, because for a lot of people this can be like the end, the tail end things of their life, and a lot of us are really needing this transformation. But even the death card can be done and over with, where that you may can lose everything, just depending on if you can find work or get something better, have a transition to another type of job. Um, so yeah, that can be very important here. So at least we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Now the King of Swords is informational, willing to be open to conversation, to have a conversation, to have a dialect, to express themselves very intelligently. So make sure that you do that, whoever this conversation is going to be toward. Okay. Now, the Nine of Wands in reverse. Some of you, something, this is really getting down to the nitty gritty here. Um, some of you, I don't want to say it's going to be a no. Yeah, see there? I don't want to say it was going to be a no. That's why I said that. Because the Nine of Wands in the upright, you would be still standing. You would still be hurt, wounded, but you're a warrior. You healed yourself. You've been through this before, or this can be your first go around. It can be some things that has been hurting you, kind of putting you back, having to spend a lot more money than you were expecting. Um, some of you may have had, like I said, a move or a transition to a new area or something like that. And having a conversation for some of you with your dad or your mom, or even if maybe your last job would take you back. But the Nine of Wands in reverse is kind of like, you know um I'm just tired of doing this, because in the upright it's like you're hurt and wounded, but you're gonna keep going. But I feel once you get this news here, King of Swords, or have some type of clarity, um to help to set new standards or better standards for yourself and your situation. Once this conversation is done and had, um, it's gonna be favored for you. So that's good. Okay. Now, if this is for the collective, yes, the current person is leaving or choosing to leave out of the um, red and blue race, right? Six of Swords. So they will be moving on. That's when the death card return in the upright. That, or their term will be finished and not no longer be a nominee. They will let it go, and then they will have a sense of, what is the opposite of inauguration? Demoting or something like that, or taking care of the paperwork. Because the King of Swords can be judges, lawyers, doctors, physicians, um, professors, teachers, a parent, a husband, anybody, first of all, with some type of knowledge, book knowledge, okay? Um, Political, okay, King of Swords. So this can be the transition from one thing ending one person leaving the race and transitioning into the new times that's coming up, whether you want it or not. I'm not here to debate you know, which is better. I just read the cards. But usually the cards are supposed to go right to left. So even in the beginning, when this person was elected, sworn in, it was a wish fulfillment coming from a time where they may felt like they could not have succeeded in that position, taken leadership as King of Swords, um, opened up a little bit, but still held back some. And then now the last part, which is now, which is how the card is supposed to be read from right to left. Um, but they also can go from left to right. So I'm seeing two readings in one. Okay, then that is going to be over for them now because they dropped out the race, and then Six of Swords moving on and not really talking about it or being in society like that anymore. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles, waiting and being patient. What's up under there? Seven of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Wands. Let me clarify something for y'all. I wanted to try and get some type of timing though. It's not what I wanted to use for timing, but with the Nine of Cups, it can be the next 9 days, 9 weeks, or in the month of September. For some of you, and I believe the inauguration happens in January, February, for people who want to know that. So you got February. Stop waiting. So for people who needed to know, um, maybe you already gave yourself a sense of timing of when you wanted to finish out your lease or stay at a job, and then you're wanting to move, but you're trying to see how the economy or what's going to take place with the next person going into position. So February will be a timing for some of you if you needed a date. And then right now you also have stop waiting. So however that resonates for you. And the fall. So I don't know when the fall is going to be. What is that? Uh, September, October? So for some of you, maybe you met a person in February or will meet somebody in February of next year. And through fall of next year, things will be better. I know Saturn will be moving from Aquarius finally May of next year, and Rahu and Ketu finally will be moving from Pisces and Virgo next year. So that's going to let a lot of things up also in the world and society. Okay. It's going to bring on, I'm telling you, another set of different problems with Rahu and Ketu moving to the next two zodiac signs. Um, but you know, they don't move but every 20 years. So when they move again, I feel that that's when they're going to stay there um, for a minute. So some of you may have had no choice but to stay put where you're at. Um, Maybe because of the way you feel, you didn't get clarity, you didn't know what to do, where to go. Could be financial. Maybe you're just stagnating after going after your wish fulfillment and or dreams, but it's telling you to stop waiting. So however that And then you got the Seven of Pentacles here. So whatever you have been stalling or waiting on somebody else, it's telling you to stop. Okay. Or maybe it will stop by fall. Okay, bottom of the deck is later than you think. That keeps coming out. This is in reverse. It's not too late. This is in reverse. So by the end of this year. Okay, so now I do see that this is mixed up with career and love and finances. So however it resonates for you, because it's going to be different for everybody, but at least you got the Nine of Cups where something is going to be fulfilled for you. Security and family in reverse. So it can be literal or feeling a lack of security within yourself, in your job, career, in finances, in money. But fall is playing a big part of this. So if you're not feeling very secure in a relationship or just a sense of security, things will be changing. But you have to also initiate the change. Stop waiting. So maybe some of you are thinking about entrepreneurship or doing something else in your entrepreneurship. Go ahead, stop waiting. Okay, this will also emotionally, the moon, help to take care of your feelings and emotions, or feeling a lack of security within yourself, about yourself, society, economics, financial, whatever it may be. But you also can't depend on family, right? So some of you may be thinking or knowing that you have to move on or move literally. This flipped over here. A hookup, one night stand in reverse. So if you were thinking about that, it's not going to give you a sense of security. And this person will not secure anything with you if you do a one night stand with them. But some of you may decline that anyway. That can be the conversation that some of you may be thinking about. And then we got competition, the other woman. So this other woman don't have to be a third party type of situation, but maybe it's a family member. So it can be a sister, a daughter, a aunt. The moon is your mother. I ain't trying to put grandmama in the mix, but hey. It could be a cousin, it could be a best friend or somebody who you think is your best friend. You know, it also can be a female or divine feminine boss. Some of you may be in a third party situation and you're tired of the lack of security about it. And it's telling you to stop waiting. It's time to move on. You may actually need to decide this by fall, but the sooner the better. Some of you may have already gotten caught up and put in a third party situation and you don't know it. You may think that it's a Nine of Cups moment, but the person keep having you waiting. Of course they got you waiting because you're a third person. You're not the second. But it is competition here. And some of you may have this conversation with this person like, hey, I'm not trying to do third party anymore, or don't put me in it in the first place. Or if you did have me in it, telling them I'm not gonna continue to wait around for that or for you, because I don't do competition. I'm a royal peacock. I stand out alone. I'm beautiful. I'm elegant. I'm handsome. But you're not finna keep having me waiting, you know. What is this? Hurting, agonizing pain in reverse. So that also reminds me of the Nine of Wands in reverse also. But it's saying that you are not in any pain, or you won't be anymore, because you are going to have a wish fulfillment. For some of you, this can be the whole term of fall. And your last card is the addiction, unhealthy attachment in reverse. So that's good. A player, strategic in reverse. So being truthful and honest as the King of Swords here, in your conversation, if you're telling this person, like, look, I'm not trying to be a third party situation. I'm not trying to be strategic. I'm just trying to tell you straight up, straight out, King of Swords. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing or continue to wait on this. Um, I feel that a lot of you have been very patient. Also could have been since February. And you gave this person a time limit, but now the time limit is up. Okay. Because you've seen no success and growth in this situation. But, it was going to be later than you thought anyway. But if this person is trying to come back towards you, they could be wanting this discussion, King of Swords, like, are they in competition? Do you have anybody? Maybe they have been waiting before they approached you. So for some of you, later than you thought, that it may not was coming at all. This person, for some of you, could be coming by fall, but they thought it was too late. But that could be the timing of when this needed to happen. The only thing going on in the fall, which is Mercury retrograde in Leo. It's an eclipse, okay, in October. Jupiter go retrograde in October. And Mercury goes retrograde in Scorpio. So this person, by November, I don't know if that's fall or winter, but if you want to know, for some of you, when Mercury goes retrograde in Scorpio, this is probably why we got death card right there. Okay, this person will have to explain themselves or tell the truth, because that's what happened with a mercurial energy in a eighth house, or a all or nothing type of house, Scorpio. And they're going to have to come very truthful, not competitive, not in their ego, not trying to coerce you, to speak their truth, and not strategic, for some of you who want to know that. So let's throw out two of these, and then that's y'all reading. I thought I was going to be finished in under 15 minutes. 20 minutes, but friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. So some of you may actually start or begin want to be more friendly. Some of you may have just been keeping yourself away from people, family, to avoid feelings and emotions. So, but if you do meet somebody new, be friendly. Don't be mad at them or cuss them out or be very confrontational. Speak your words intelligently, King of Swords. Or this person is trying to come back towards you, trying to be friendly. They're probably coming back to you trying to be friendly because they feel insecure. And if they either they got put into a third party situation, or they're letting a third party situation go. Okay. They may not actually be trying to do a one night stand or hook up with you, but they're wanting to heal this pain that they're having. Okay. So they may not necessarily, especially when Mercury goes in Scorpio, but that won't be until, like I said, November. But that's the same time that Saturn will be going direct. So those two, you see how that opening of finally Saturn letting go and moving on to go direct? And then the only thing we have is Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio in the same month. So it's Saturn, that hold on Saturn is being let go. This person by then will be having no choice but to be more honorable. Okay. Indecision in reverse. Use your intuition in all aspects of your life. So, like I said, some of you, because it's already August, what, next week or so? And time is flying by. But, like I said, whenever fall starts, I'm not quite sure when it is. That can be, I don't know, September, August, September, October, or September, October, November. So during the fall months, you will have to make some type of decision, whether to keep it friendly, keep it cordial, or become friends, or um, make a decision to recognize your traits when it comes to common interests with other people. It also can be to find somebody new, or you meet somebody new and it starts out as a friendship. But of course, we're going to dive deeper into that. Thank y'all so much for tuning in for today's reading. Of course, I will have you one back tomorrow in case, you know, unless something happens where that I can't make it. But, and then we'll check on the masculine reading. Okay? Thank y'all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.